What is this thing? I've been working at the field all day. Just chopping up the wood. Chopping up the wood. I don't even know how to chop up the wood with the technology these days. It's just like, I take the chainsaw. Don't even know what I do. I put it on the truck. You know those trucks, you follow them on the road every day. You ride into your school. You go to Francis Marion or Francis Marion. Go to that school. You find the poles on the trucks, the wood, the trees. I cut all those trees. I might be the truck driver that drive your truck. I don't even know if you realize the work that go into driving a truck. I don't even know how to drive. I don't know how to drive. Nobody ever taught me how to drive. Twinkie, nobody ever taught me how to drive. They never taught me how to drive. Compose yourself. Compose yourself. Last time I was driving the truck, a squirrel runs out in front of me. A squirrel runs out in front of the truck. I hit it. One squirrel less in the squirrel population the other day. I hit the squirrel. There are no more squirrels. What would we do in the world without the squirrels? In the world without the squirrels, who's going to save the nuts? The tree production company cutting down all the trees. The nuts do not want to be cut out of the trees. The pecan trees, the nuts want to stay in the pecan trees. They don't want to be chopped on the ground. So Twinkie is a nut saver. You know, because there were squirrels that used to save all the nuts, hide them in buckets, hide them in bushes, bury them in their little holes. Squirrel holes. Well, if there are no squirrels in the world, we are trying to prepare for the worst. With all the squirrels that die on the side of the road, I don't even know how it happens. Maybe a bad driver, maybe I fainted, I passed out, maybe I had a heart attack. Those trucks can be big and scary sometimes. My good friend Twinkie here, Twinkie is the nut saver. He make it the Nutella. The Nutella. He saved the nuts and buried them just like a squirrel. Twinkie is like a French terrorist squirrel. He put the nuts on the ground and we harvest them later on when the trees are all gone. And then we make it a Nutella because that is the best way to preserve the nuts. Oh, Nutella is hazelnut spread. Twinkie came all the way from South America with the hazelnuts last week. He's a truck driver too, but he's a better driver than me, though he's got a bit of road rage. Once he never hit a squirrel. He slammed on the brakes and he hit a woman in another car. She was alright. We paid for her medical bills. He would not hit the squirrel for the life of him because he knows the pain of the squirrels. He knows the passion. He's got the passion for the squirrels. It's okay, Twinkie, it's alright. Don't cry on the camera. He's not a buff dude like me. Sometimes he can't keep his composure. But it's alright, I don't hold it against him. We're still good friends. Yes, Twinkie, we're good friends. Even though he never understand what I'm saying. I could say he's a little girl, and nobody know. He not know. He just nod his head in agreement. Don't agree to those things. I told you, I tell you. I have no hope for Twinkie. He has no future. What's a guy supposed to do? He doesn't even know he's comforting me because I'm venting about his own life. But I'm a buff dude. I do not cry. Never. I had to cut that out on the camera. How do you do that? I am not very technological. Technologically challenged. Yeah, that's me. I discovered the new drink the other day. It's a Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Twinkie drank it? No. Twinkie drank it? He went crazy. It's got a caffeinated in it? Whatever that means. I think that's the ingredient that messed with his brain. He was speaking French like a crazy man. Yeah, he does that from time to time. But, Still love him. He's a good friend of mine. Even though he's a terrorist. Aren't we all? So the other day, after work, I got home and my hands were filled with the splinter woods. Splinters in my hands, an uncomfortable feeling. You know, we're trying to brush your hair, comb your beard, you know, fix Twinkie's little head wrap. You gotta do it with splinters in your hands. Just very, very uncomfortable. It's like I think I got one now. I don't know how I just got that from my table, from my arm. It must be a splinter on my arm. It got on my hand. My finger got a splinter. I don't know, really, where splinters come from. I don't know why wood has to splinter at all. Thank goodness I've never get a splinter in my eye, because that would be very, very uncomfortable. If I was chopping the wood and a splinter in my eye would be not good at all. Twinkie's had one before. He's screaming in pain, screaming in French pain. Don't even know what he say. I said, Twinkie, what's wrong? He go. I said, Twinkie, what's wrong? He go. He doesn't speak very often, even in the French, because I do understand the French sometimes. He just going. I'm like, your hair hurt? I guess he understand me. I don't know. He said, I guess your eye hurt? You got something in your eye? I look into the splinter sticking out of his eyeball. Ooh, I can't even talk about it. It makes me feel queasy. I think I'm going to go for a minute. I'll be right back. I hold that thought. Twinkie? Twinkie, you okay? Oh no, he hold that note. Twinkie, don't do that to yourself. Just the other day, we were visiting the vet, and there was a squirrel having a seizure. Twinkie could not control himself. It's Twinkie, it's okay. It'll be alright. The squirrel, okay. We picked up his medical bill as well. Obviously, we like to pay medical bills. Alright, well, that's all for the fun and the games, folks, because Twinkie's got a long day of work ahead of him. He's jumping on a plane to Jamaica. I hear that the squirrels there are out of control. People are shooting them left and right. Jamaica's got a squirrel infestation. But Twinkie will make sure that it's okay. He saved the squirrels. He nursed them back to health with his strong arms. Yes. And then he talks to them. He talks to them in a language that only they understand. Find out what all the nuts are and bring them back to make Nutella. Such a brave soul doing that. But the squirrels, especially the ones in Africa with the rabies, the ones in Pennsylvania, they got the big bushy tails, you know, just everywhere. Squirrels are different everywhere. You have to learn the dialect of the squirrel you go to visit. As for me, I got a long day of work ahead of me. First, I got to start by trimming the beard, you know, make it that nice and shape. This doesn't just come on its own. Then I got to chopping up my wood cutting tools. Get a new pair of gloves, obviously, so I don't get the splinters, you know. And then I got to actually go to the work around 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's when the trees are the happiest. You know, we don't want to let them wait around too long. So, you know what I was thinking? It's really weird that, you know, we can be best of friends and our jobs are so contradictory to each other. I don't understand how it happened, but I guess because I helped Twinkie a little bit by cutting down trees, so he still stays in business with the squirrels. I guess we're just good friends like that, but that would be the moral of today, would be keep your friends, no matter what their occupation is. If you do not believe in what they do, don't kill them. That is not the answer. I mean, Twinkie the terrorist, he sometimes do that, but can't hold it against him. That's why he sleep outside. Twinkie, have anything to say? Alright, that's been another night, and we will talk to you later.